ಇನ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೃದಯವನ್ನ ನಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೂ ಬೆಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಅ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ರಿನೌಂಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಜನ್.
Science was not in my bandwidth. Maths was very difficult. But ಆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ವಾಸ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್. ಮಿನಿ ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧ ಆಗಿದೆ. ದಟ್ ಮಿನಿ ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧ, ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ವಾಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅ ಥಿಕ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್, like our IIM in Bangalore. And it had a government arts and science school, college. At that time, there was a doyen of cardiac surgery in India, Dr. Nemi Shah. His wife was the sister of then the vice president of India. I happened to go into his theater many times in my spare time. He would use me as a pair of hands. That's the time I touched a live heart for the first time. In the campus of Victoria Hospital, they had dreamt to create an institute for cardiology.
Okay.
And a family, Ambli, they had given a donation as a seed money for this institution. His name was Jayadeva Pamli. So with his name, they started an institute called Sri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiology. ಆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಂದು my favorite surgery was babies, small babies, heart surgery. Very difficult without trained manpower. Babies would die just like that if you make a mistake. Many of my physician friends jokingly ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ that physician work at the cerebral level, surgeons work at a lumbar level anta. But joke apart, it is like that. Our doctors are good, our training is good. We now have a phenomenal facilities in India, and our patients are trusting. This combination is fantastic. Prati kaalali, prati generation nalli, there were ಬೇರೆ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳು. We struggled, humans, we conquered. Some new diseases have started. But now there is a test called CT coronary calcium scoring. It's just a few seconds, no radiation, and it's not so costly. It can give you a very clear idea whether there is something cooking inside. First is no risk factors, correct diagnosis, correct treatment, and if they can manage themselves well, then there is no problem.
Voice of Bengaluru, with Saujanya.
ಮನುಷ್ಯರನ್ನ ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಡೇ ಅಂಡ್ ಏಜಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಸಾಲು ಒಬ್ರು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗದೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅವನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಈ ಥರದ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಹೃದಯ, ಹಾರ್ಟ್, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಸೇಸ್ ಅ ಲಾಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಅಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಅಂದರೆ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿದೆ, ಅವನಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿದೆ, ಹೀಗೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೃದಯವನ್ನು ಮುಂದಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನನ್ನ ಹೃದಯ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಹೃದಯದ ತುಂಬೆಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳೇ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಮಗನೇ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಸಾಂಗ್ಸ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಹೃದಯದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಡುಗಳಿದೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ 2025 ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಹೃದಯವನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ? ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಅಷ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಇನ್ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೃದಯವನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೂ ಬೆಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಅ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ರಿನೌಂಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಜನ್. ಸೊ ರಿನೌಂಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯೋಥೆರಾಸಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಸ್ಕ್ಯುಲಾರ್ ಸರ್ಜನ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡದವರು ಇವರು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಇದೆ. 30,000ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಸರ್ಜರೀಸ್, ಯಶಸ್ವಿ ಶಸ್ತ್ರಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿವೇಕ್ ಜವಳಿ ಸರ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು, ಹೂಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಅ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಸರ್ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು ದಿ ಶೋ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನಗೂ ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬಂದಿರೋ.
ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪ್ಲೆಷರ್ ಸರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ, ಲೆಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಗಿನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಯುವರ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ಹುಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಗೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೀವು ಯು ವರ್ ಅ ಬಾಯ್ ಹೂ ವಾಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಟ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯ ಒತ್ತಾಯಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ನ ಆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಬಟ್ ದೆನ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಲವಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್, ರೈಟ್? ಇವತ್ತು ವೆನ್ ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಇದನ್ನು?
ನನಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಕೋರ್ was always art. I used to paint a lot. I was interested in poetry, literature. Science was not in my bandwidth. Maths was very difficult. But ಆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ education was limited. If you want to be successful, go to science, become doctor, engineer, or become lawyer, or go into finance. ಆ ಥರ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ ನನಗೆ my whole day used to go in painting or reading. And ನನಗೆ in that time, after my matric, JJ School of Arts ಅಲ್ಲಿ admission ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು. JJ School of Arts for Art was like the MIT of art. Nobody understood the importance of that admission. And so everybody said that it is a very inexact future. So science ಹೋಗು, science. ನನ್ನ ಊರು ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗ. For education, I was in my mother's place, which was in Maharashtra. So back to Gulbarga, government college. There was a lovely government college in Gulbarga. ಈಗ ಈ ಜನರೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಒಂದು ಮಿನಿ ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧ ಆಗಿದೆ. That mini ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧ, that property was like a thick forest, like our IIM in Bangalore. And it had a government arts and science school, college. So ನಾನು PUC ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. PUC ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ routine, you either go to medicine or engineering.
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಬಂದ್ರಾ PUC ನಲ್ಲಿ?
No, I was a bad student.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ PUC ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾವು ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಮ್. ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಮ್ ಕಷ್ಟ, ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯೂನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಜಾಬ್, ಟು ಡೂ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್. ದೆನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್, ಸೈನ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಟೀಟಾ ಎಂದು ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಬಿಗ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗಲ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್, ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್. Biology was good. Languages, my second language was Sanskrit. So all that was good. And Gulbarga is a city which has fantastic Urdu traditions, Urdu scholars, Urdu shairs. I loved that language. And so there was a very bright department of Urdu. Though I was not a student of it, I used to hang around a lot in their classes. Every Saturday they used to have mushaira. So then after PUC, medical hogu. Medical college was there in Gulbarga. So I got admitted. They had a local quota. East Galati avagidilla. So I breezed in medicine. And then not so easy because I never had my heart in it. 4.5 years of medical education I somehow went through. Because my heart was not in it, I got into a lot of activities. I was a student leader. I was the president of the student association.
Yes, your heart was still not in it.
No, never.
Oh my God, okay.
I was in sports. I was opening batsman of the college. I was in debate. I was in all kind of stuff. But MBBS mugita, attendance was not there. So I had to take 6 months gap. Oh. That time my friends they passed. So that stings your ego.
Correct.
So I studied very hard. The problem was how hard is good, we never know because we never attended anything. So by default, I read very hard. Me and my friend who were studying together, we read a lot. And so we came back and then the exam looked like child stuff. And we got good marks in the theory. And my teachers couldn't believe my theory papers. Those days, exams were not as complicated. There was no corruption like this. So our theory papers would be in front of them. And they were very impressed that, is this real or have these guys copied? Then we have something called as clinical exam where we have a patient to be examined and then we answer, diagnose, give a management strategy on viva voce. So our performance was very good because the content was too much here, over content. So I got a rank. My friend who studied with me, he got second.
You got first, right?
Yeah.
Ali. So I confused it with you. Okay.
So I got a gold medal in surgery.
Wow.
Surgery I always loved. But then when you become an intern, that was not a very healthy education system. In PUC we studied physics, chemistry, biology. We just mugged and passed. Surgery, medicine, gynecology, pathology, all these things also we studied just like that. We were never trained. We were taught. And the nurses are trained. They are always at the bedside. They are with the patient. They are understanding. Like a kid who is in a garage, who is learning. The nurses are like that. But we were not like that. We were all theory masters. So when you become an intern, then you are really taking care of patients. And then the life changed. And then you really start feeling like a doctor. The emotions, the sensitivity, looking at the patient suffering. In a government college, it's all very poor patients. And there's so much of misery and stories. So you get sucked in. And if you are sensitive, not hardcore by then you end up becoming a good doctor. So internship changed everything. So this is how it went. And then you, in Nankalali, first you do general surgery, then you do cardiac surgery. So general surgery admele, what do you do? Mundane, same thing. Cut, do a hernia, do a hydrocele, do a appendix. Just be another surgeon. I don't want to be like that. So those days, there was a new branch rising on the horizon, vascular surgery. Most of the surgical journals were full of vascular surgery techniques. So there was a guy in Bombay who was the only guy doing a lot of vascular surgery of the country. He was actually a cardiac surgeon, but TP Kulkarni anta, Bombay Hospital. But he used to do all advanced vascular surgery, starting from aorta, arch of aorta, abdominal aorta, to legs, hands, carotid artery, renal artery, stuff like that. Lot of surgeries with him. And so I went and I joined him as an assistant. The team was only him and me. He used to live in Sion, so I had to hold the fort. And those days, angiography was not common. Cardiologists were not doing angiography. For vascular surgery, you need to do your angiography. So he trained me in doing that, so that early morning I would take the radiology suites, start doing angiograms. By the time he arrives, angiograms are over. And we would start the theatres. And at that time, there was a doyen of cardiac surgery in India, Dr. Nemi Shah. His wife was the sister of then the Vice President of India, Hidayatullah. I happened to go into his theatre many times in my spare time. He would use me as a pair of hands. That's the time I touched a live heart for the first time.
Oh my God.
And I loved it. And I thought this is a very good branch of surgery. And so my love of doing general surgery and doing vascular surgery along with that evaporated. And I want to do cardiac surgery. And so I got an admission in JJ's Medical College in Bombay. It's a state government college. And it was very lackluster. I didn't like it. I left the seat. They said, you'll get blacklisted. I said, I don't care. But then Corporation of Bombay, those days, it had 3 medical colleges, the Nair, Sion and KM. The KM was one of the best in the country for cardiac surgery. Later came the AIMS, which started shining, also the railway hospital. So, to cut the story short, I got the second time seat in KM. I had learned enough in vascular surgery, and then KM joined me. Then KM was the breeding ground of the best in the country. All the guys who worked there before me, at the time of me, after me, many years later, decade, 2 decade, 3 decade later, they all became who's who of heart surgery of India. So that was a nice thing for me to have bred in a place like that. Adu ad nantara, there was a dream being born in Karnataka. Ramakrishna Hegde CM idru. In the campus of Victoria Hospital, they had dreamt to create an institute for cardiology.
Okay.
And a family, Ambli, they had given a donation as a seed money for this institution. His name was Jayadeva Pamli. So with his name, they started an institute called Sri Jayadeva Institute of Cardiology, but they could reach nowhere. And that time, angioplasty, stenting, idilla. Surgery was the driver. Needed a good surgeon. I was born. I was in Bombay. I was a blue-eyed boy there. I was very well trained. And they reached out to me. Bangalore was medically a village, very backward. And so I had to come to Madras. Chennai was Madras then. Mumbai was Bombay then.
Correct.
So I had come to present a paper on a windpipe surgery in Madras. And that time I made a trip to Bangalore, to see this place. And my heart sank because the world culture was very different than Bombay. And I had a red carpet for me in Bombay. I didn't want to come. So I came back. I just was polite and I came back. But then they persisted. They kept calling me and they made me talk to the CM. And then I realized that what they were telling me was right. Whatever I do in my state would be truly contribution. Whatever I do elsewhere would be just money. And at a weak moment, I took this emotional decision and I left whatever opportunities I had in Bombay.
Yeah.
I had most of the seniors were all my godfathers. I had a red carpet. So I came back to Bangalore.
Bangalore.
They made me an ad hoc head of the Department of Cardiac Surgery, assistant professor. But then I was very much protected. Whatever I would say, they would do. But then Ramakrishna Hegde, who had overruled everybody, created this place. He ceased to be the CM and somebody else became CM. So till he was there, we had a clean path and we really created a fantastic place, lot of hard work. There was nobody trained around me. I used to sleep there every day. Many years I slept there in the night. We trained everybody. We created more surgeons, more technicians. Then the cath lab, which was not there, that came. We had lots of machines we didn't have. Government files wouldn't move fast. But that time there were very rich public service institutions, HAL, HMT, BEL, BML. All these people helped us a lot. And we could buy a lot of things despite of government's slow processes. And then Jaydeva started really speeding up. Few of us who were there that time, we all really put our heart and soul in it. We gave our youth to it.
ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಸರ್ ಇದು?
Oh, I came to Bangalore to, this place was closed, the surgery there. So I had to stand there and get things cleaned, get things sorted out, go to all these PSCs, get money, get equipment. 1984 till 1995.
Okay.
ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿನ್ನಯ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದ್ರು. Fantastic guy. He was very networked with government and government backed him fully. So he was the power. And ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ವಿಕ್ಟೋರಿಯಾ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ನಮಗೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಡಿಡ್ ವೆರಿ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಐ ನೆವರ್ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಹೋಮ್, ಐ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಸ್ಲೀಪ್ ದೇರ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಂದು ಮೈ ಫೇವ್ರೆಟ್ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ವಾಸ್ ಬೇಬೀಸ್, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಬೇಬೀಸ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಜರಿ. ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ವಿದೌಟ್ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಪವರ್. ಬೇಬೀಸ್ ವುಡ್ ಡೈ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಮೇಕ್ ಅ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್. ಸೊ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ, ನಾನು ಒಬ್ಬನೇನಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ವಾಸ್ ಪುಟ್, ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲವ್, ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಯಾಷನ್ ವಾಸ್ ಪುಟ್ ಇನ್ ಇಟ್. Jaydeva has a tremendous history of hard work, passion. Tumba punya ide adar hinde. The DNB of Jaydeva is very strong. So we were all the parents of this idea and of this dream of the government of Karnataka. So tumba hard work ಮಾಡಿ we created a culture which was very different than that time health sector of Karnataka. Very different. In the Victoria Hospital and Vani Vilas Hospital campus ಅಲ್ಲಿ, this was a I would say oasis of excellence. And then Ramakrishna Hegde hodru, another chief minister came. But then most important thing happened was Virendra Patil became the CM. Virendra Patil, I had a highway and he respected me a lot. He always, whenever I spoke something, he took it seriously. So for Chinnaya, this was a great opportunity that Virendra Patil became CM and both of us prevailed on him for this land that today's Jaydeva stands.
ಬನ್ನೇರ್ಘಟ್ಟ ರಸ್ತೆನಲ್ಲಿ.
ಆ ಜಮೀನು ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಬಲವಂತ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ನೋ ಬಡಿ ವಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫೇವರ್, ನೈದರ್ ಪಾಲಿಟಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ನಾರ್ ದ ಬ್ಯೂರೋಕ್ರಾಟ್ಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಅಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಹಿ ಓವರ್ರೂಲ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಕುಡ್ ಸಿ ದ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ವಿಚ್ ನೋ ಬಡಿ ಕುಡ್ ಸಿ. And of course, we were living that future at that time. So our land ಸಿಕ್ತು, ದುಡ್ಡು ಬಂತು, ಫಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಬಂತು, ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು. Rest is a history.
Yes.
This Jaydeva came up. Many chief ministers changed. Lot of escalation of the project cost happened. But ultimately, ಹೊಸ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಬಂತು, ನಮಗೆ ಒಂಥರ ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು. And then we never look back. You know how where Jaydeva has gone. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಒಂದು ಪಾಠ ಇದೆ, ಮಾರಲ್. ಏನಂದರೆ, ಯಾವ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನೀವು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋವಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 5-6 years ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ರೂಷಿಯಲ್. ಏನು ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ, ಏನು ಪ್ಯಾಷನ್, ಏನು ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ DNA ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಫ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪ್ಯಾಷನ್ನಿಂದ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಶಿಸ್ತು ಹಾಕಿದರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಜನ ಬರಲಿ ಅದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮೊದಲೇ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜನ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರಲಿ ಅದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Jaydeva is a class example of that. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೊ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ that I made this decision of leaving Bombay and coming here. I was ಒಂಥರ ನಾನು ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ತುಂಬಿಡ್ತು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಜನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಇಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಶೈನಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಗರ್. ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಒಂದು ರೆಡ್ ಲೈನ್ ತನಕ ತೊಗೊಂಡೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬರೀ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಜಯದೇವ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಡವ್ರ ಜನರಿಗೆ ರೀಸನೇಬಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯಾಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಬಾಟಮ್ ಲೈನ್ ಇತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಫ್ರೂಟಿಫೈಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್. ಬಟ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ, ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ವಾಸ್ ನ್ಯೂ, ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ವಾಸ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಇನ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಜರಿ. ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಶಿಸ್ತು, ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಫಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಬೇಕು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಟು medicine now, that time had become technology, and today it's completely technology, and technology has made medicine very sharp and effective. So one of my friend who had started Wockhardt Pharmaceutical, he came back from Stanford, started Wockhardt Pharmaceutical. It went up like this because he was a very smart guy, Abil Khorakiwala anta. ಅವರು 132 crores ಹಾಕಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ವೋಕ್ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು, ಕನಿಂಗ್ಹ್ಯಾಮ್ ರೋಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಪುಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮನಿ ಆನ್ ಮೈ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒಂದು 3 floors ಆಫ್ ರೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವೋಕ್ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಅಪ್ಸ್ಟೇರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೋಹನ್ ಮಿಕಿನ್ಸ್, ಕಾಳಪ್ಪ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸನ್ಸ್, ANZ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಎ ಲಾಫಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್. But we did very well. As a business for him, it was successful, and it was an excellent medical center. In that 100-bedded small hospital, India's first beating heart bypass surgery was done in 1991. In that small fiddly hospital, India's first minimally invasive keyhole surgery was done in 1994 by us. We were the pioneers. First awake heart surgery without general anesthesia, awake heart surgery was done in 1999. So we did a lot of pioneering work, and we treated many VIPs. Dr. Rajkumar was our patient, so many ministers our patient, all of them did so well. And Jayadeva and Wockhardt, both, such a strong DNA was put in. Today, they both, Wockhardt was sold by Khorakiwala to Fortis, and it became Fortis. So Fortis put a lot of money, and they created 4 hospitals in Bangalore. And if you see now, you go any time to Jayadeva or come any time to Fortis, you will see irve tara kelsa ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಜನ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಸ್ತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿದು ಒಂದು DNA ಬೇರೆ. ಈ DNA belongs to the first 5 years.
Wow.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ?
Oh my God. such a beautiful journey. And ಇಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದ ಜರ್ನಿನಲ್ಲಿ 30,000ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಸರ್ಜರೀಸ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಜರೀಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಯು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸರ್ಜರೀಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಡೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 60% ಸುಟ್ಟು ಗಾಯಗಳನ್ನು ಅನುಭವಿಸಿದ್ದಂಥ ಹೆಂಗಸೊಬ್ಬರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ನ್ಯೂ ಶಿ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸರ್ವೈವ್ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಅವರ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಯೂ ಡೇಸ್ನ ಅವರ ಜೊತೆಗಿದ್ದು ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಮಾತಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಸಂತೈಸ್ತಾ ನೀವು
ಆ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ನನ್ನ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ಪಿಂದ. ವಿ ವೇರ್ ಮೆಡಿಕಲಿ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇಮೋಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಹಠಮಾರಿತನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಲೇಡಿ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಲವ್ಲಿ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಲೇಡಿ, ವೆರಿ ಇನ್ನೋಸೆಂಟ್. ಸಮ್ ಇನ್ ಹರ್ ತಾವರ್ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾರೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಸುಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ಲು. ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ವಾಸ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅರ್ ಡೈ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ unnecessary waste of resources, she will suffer and die. But we, because of our sensitivity, emotions, we wouldn't let her go. So I ಒಂಥರ ಹಠ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು I sat with her throughout all those day and night. I really became a champion of burns that time because of reading so much for her sake. But otherly ಏನಾಯಿತು, she of course died. The family was very grateful that we had done so much for her ಅಂತ. But ಒಂಥರ medicine bit me. That what is it to be a doctor? And that I don't know what word to say. The goodness of being a doctor. ಅವಾಗ ಒಂಥರ ಉದಯ ಆಯಿತು ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. And I never looked back. And then I got sold to medicine after that. I was not really interested. But this one case turned me around. It sold me. And then we realized that you are doing swartha and paramartha. Swartha because it's your career, you are earning money. But without your knowledge, you are doing paramartha. So it's a very fantastic combination of a career. ಮುಂದೆ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ದಿಸ್ ಮೆಡಿಸಿನ್ ವಾಸ್ ಪುಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು commercial space by law, by government. These new laws were brought, and the attitude of society changed. The corporate businesses came in medicine. The medicine, what I'm talking about, and the medicine today are two different worlds. But mine is a generation which has enjoyed the both. I mean,
Correct.
Of course, that sentiment doesn't exist in medicine at the same level. It's not doctor's fault. It's the fault of the entire society, the people at large who look at it as a very commercial entity. So much of businesses were allowed to enter medicine and own medicine. So much of interference of bureaucracy came in. And so things are different. Medicine and education should not be so brutally privatized. ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್.
ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗಿಂದ ಆ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ನೀವೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ, ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗಿನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯುವ್ ನೆವರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ರೀಸೆಂಟಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಫೋರ್ಟಿಸ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಂತ ಬಂದಿದ್ವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ವರ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಅ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹರ್, ನಂಬರ್ 1. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ 2, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂಸ್ಗಳು ನಾನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಎ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕಮೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸೋ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು ಯು. ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಅಥವಾ ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆ ಸರ್ಜರಿ, ಐ ಮೀನ್ ದೇ ಕುಡ್ ರಿಲೇಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಅವರ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಪಾತ್ರರ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರು ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗೋವರೆಗೂ ನೀವು ಬಂದು ಫಾಲೋ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ, ಅವ್ರ ಪಕ್ಕ ಕೂತು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐವ್ ಹರ್ಡ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಸೇ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಎಮೋಷ್ನಲ್ ಆಗಿರಬಾರ್ದು, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಪ್ರೌಡ್ಲಿ ಸೆಡ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅನ್ ಎಮೋಷನಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅಂತ.
No. Half people are emotional, half people are hardcore. That's a different matter. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳೋದು ಮೆಡಿಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೌ ಟು ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ವೈ ನೋಬಡಿ, ನೋ ಸರ್ಜನ್, ಐ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆನ್ ಮೈ ಮದರ್, ಐ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆನ್ ಮೈ ಡಾಟರ್, ಐ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆನ್ ಮೈ ವೈಫ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಇಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ muddle or confuse your decision making capacity. Specialty like heart surgery alli decisions have to be like this, because when you are doing major surgery, when a patient is sick with major problems in the intensive care, it's like a war field. War field is very fluid. You don't know what is going to happen next. So here there are two important things. One is the command structure should be like army, very strict. That itself will be a great thing for the patient. And second thing is you have to be very practical. And because of your training, not unnecessarily getting emotionally involved, you will be able to make bold decisions at a snap of finger. Many of my physician friends jokingly ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ that physician work at the cerebral level, surgeons work at a lumbar level anta. But joke apart, it is like that. The decision makings are thirst upon you to be made so quickly, and you may, the wrong decision may kill a patient, but still that's a reality. Technology has changed all that quite a lot, and ನಾನು ಈಗ AI ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Artificial intelligence is going through all its pregnancy and all its pangs. But give another 10 years, it's a self-learning tool, so it will learn very fast. So tomorrow, strategy making, diagnosis making, technology is going to change medicine and make it very, very sharp. In my own lifetime, it has become so much sharp that I never imagined.
ಸರ್, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸೇ ಆದರೂ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದೊಳ್ಳೆ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಆದಾಗ, ಔಟ್ಕಮ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಹೋಗಿ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ ವಿಷಯನ ಹೇಳೋದು ತುಂಬ ಈಸಿ. ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಾಯಿತು, ಇವಾಗ ICUಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಾರ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ, ರಿಕವರಿ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಆದರೆ ಒಂದು ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಸುದ್ದಿಯನ್ನು ಹೇಳೋದು, ಹೌ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈವನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಆಸ್ ಅ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿತ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್?
No, this bereavement handling is a science. It's not just a common sense or just a emotional common sense. It's a science, and the bereavement goes through 5 different phases. So when a doctor is handling, he is trained how to handle. There's no problem. And
But do you remember the first time ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಈ ಥರದೊಂದು ಸುದ್ದಿನ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಇವಾಗ ವಿತ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಯು ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್.
Yeah, no, we were not handling it properly. Our language would be different. We will be apologetic. There's no need to be apologetic if you have done your best. No doctor is a god, and no doctor knows everything that is going to happen. It's a war. And more difficult cases who are sick, got diabetes, 85 years old, there is a kidney failure, there is asthmatic lungs. These kind of patients are very common. So it's not possible that you would save everybody, or nobody will have a complication. So about 1 or 2% patients will die, which is universally acceptable. As the risk score goes high, it may be as high as 25%. And lot of people can have complications. But today, the way, because of experience, because of technology, things are pretty different now. We would never imagine in the 80s and 90s that I would ever operate patients of this high risk nature or this challenging anatomy. Today, everybody that comes, means if the patient needs surgery, nobody is inoperable. ಆ ಥರ ಆಗಿದೆ.
ಸರ್, ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದು ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಲಿನ ದೇವರು ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಡಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಯು ಔಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೂ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯಾಗೇಜ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ರೈಟ್?
ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಲ್ಚರು.
ಹಾಂ,
ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗೆಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇಮೋಷನಲಿ ಸಕ್ಡ್ ಇನ್. One can always criticize everything in life, but if you have to be positive, you should look always at the right side of the picture. It's a good thing. Other societies are not like ours. I'm very happy that I practice medicine here. Patients trust us so much. Everywhere in the world you go, they will say, ultimately it's the patient who will decide. But here, patient won't decide. They trust you. They say that if they decide, they will be making a mistake, which is also true. And I feel that now in a developed India of 2025, we have best of the medicine. We have this kind of a doctor-patient. See, doctor-patient relationship tumba halagide. So much of court cases, so much of commercialization. Hang idru kuda, it is all over the world. But still, we still are somewhere very high up in the world when it comes to medicine, because our doctors are good, our training is good. We now have a phenomenal facilities in India, and our patients are trusting. This combination is fantastic. Artha aitala?
ಎಸ್.
So I think I'm very happy that I am a surgeon in India.
ಸೊ ನೀವು ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ್ಲೂ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶ್ಯೂರ್ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ಲೂ ಬಂದು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಮಾತಾಡಿಸಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಹಳೆ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾಪಿಸಿ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಒನ್ ಸಚ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದಾ?
No. Incidents anta illa. There is thousands of incidences. But the best thing is, most pleasurable thing is, I used to once upon a time operate a lot of babies. Now all those babies have become men and women with mustache, beard, girls who look women. And I would meet them at the airport, in a flight, in a train, and they would come and tell me that I operated them as a baby.
Wow.
And there is no way I would identify them.
Correct.
But those pleasures are precious. I mean, valueless.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ಜರೀಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗಿಂತ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಟೆಲ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಮ್ ವಾವ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್? ಲೈಕ್ ಜನರಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಲ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅವ್ರು ಗೂಗಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. Today it is not like those days. So everybody knows heart beats how many times in a lifetime, how many trillions time. It's a very sturdy machine.
Correct.
If the valves are okay, if blood supply is okay, if the person lives 150 years, that heart will not get tired. It's a very different machine. But you Google, you will come to know all the wow facts.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ವಾವ್ ಥಿಂಗ್? ಅಂದರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಅಮೇಝಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ.
No, every difficult surgery is amazing at the end.
ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಜರೀಸ್, ನಿಮಗೆ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಷ್ಟ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನೀವೇ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಡಿಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್, ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ರಾಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಡೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೊಸ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನಾವು ಒಗ್ಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಇಸ್ ಸೋ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಫಸ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಅದೇ ಲುಕ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು ಯು, ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಜನರ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲಿದೆ. ಆದರೆ ವೆನ್ ಆಸ್ಡ್ ಹೂ ಡು ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು ಅಂತ, ಲೇ ಕ್ವಾನ್ ಯು ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು.
Lee Kuan Yew.
Yeah.
Lee Kuan Yew was the president of Singapore.
Singapore.
No, I don't know in what context I said. I really look up to this guy. He is one of those very outstanding and unparalleled leaders in the world. And those countries which get leaders like that are very lucky. Today, I mean, that was long, long ago when Lee Kuan Yew was in action.
Yes.
I must have said somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
today we have a leader like Narendra Modi. We are no less fortunate. So, but leaders like that can inspire anybody,
Absolutely.
generally.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು 6ನೇ ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ತಾಯಿ ಗರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಗುವಿಗೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೀಟ್ ಬರೋದು ಅಲ್ಟ್ರಾಸೌಂಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಹೃದಯ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವಯಸ್ಸಿನವರೆಗೂ ಬೆಳೆದು ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಅಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಏಜ್?
Oh, by the time they're 12 weeks old, their already heart is beating. Things are always on the path. Almost 2-3 months before the baby is born, everything is in place. Only after the baby is born, and when the baby first breath ತಗೊಳ್ತದಲ್ಲ, ಆವಾಗ certain final changes will be made.
ಓಕೆ.
ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, when the baby ಹೊಟ್ಟೆಲಿ ಇರೋವಾಗ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಪೂಲ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಫಿಶ್ and it can't breathe. So it's breathing done by mother. So the blood goes to the mother's lungs, oxygenate ಆಗಿ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Food is not there. What mother eats, that food will come to the baby.
Correct.
And then there are certain holes inside the heart which will shunt the blood because it has to be shunted for getting proper circulation, oxygenation. The lungs of the baby are tight, closed, solid buds. They are not aerated. There is no air coming in. The moment baby's head comes out, baby takes one full breath and cries loudly. Our time only, the breath will go inside the lungs. Those bud will open up like flowers, and the aeration will start. And then the inside, these holes have flap-like mechanism. Our flaps all close ಆಗ್ತವೆ, and then the normal heart is born. And then everything will change in 1 minute. If you Google each system in the body, it's so fascinating. Actually, there is, we can just copy and make machines and make technologies, but we will never know the whole thing. It's a very, very intricate machine. So heart is fascinating.
ಸೊ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿಟೀರಿಯರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅನುಭವದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬರುವಂಥ ದಿನದಿಂದ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬರುವಂಥ ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಾಂಗ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, 10 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಆ ಪ್ಲೇಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಈ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಟೂ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಓವರ್ ಡ್ರಾಮಟೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಪ್ರತಿ ಕಾಲಲ್ಲಿ, ಪ್ರತಿ ಜನ್ರೇಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ 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 ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳು. ವಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಗಲ್ಡ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ಸ್, ವಿ ಕಾಂಕರ್ಡ್, ಸಮ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್. ವೆನ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಯಂಗ್, ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟ್ರಾಜಿಡಿ ವಾಸ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಬಾರ್ನ್, ಟ್ಯೂಬರ್ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಸ್, TB ಆದರೆ ಸತ್ತೇ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. Muhammad Ali Jinnah had a tuberculosis and he was being treated in KEM where I studied. The HOD of general medicine, Dr. Rustum Jalwakil, was his physician, and only he knew that his life expectancy was only 1.5 years. If people knew that, Pakistan would have never been born. And so he predictably went and died there. So most of the deaths, lot of women died in childbirth. Lot of babies died in the first few years because of infant mortality. All that is gone now. It's so different. But then what happened? Some different diseases have started. Cancer is now rising so rapidly. Heart diseases have started rising rapidly. We are getting more strokes, cardiovascular disease, these non-infective diseases. It's again problem due to certain changing of our lifestyles, pollutions, water is not the same, nothing is the same, the food is adulterated, and so the most fearful aspect of all this is also rising instead of cancer. Time will come, we will conquer all this one by one, but only then something else might rise.
Correct.
So life has gone. If you look back at the history of medicine, there have been new challenges and we have been conquering and then again facing new challenges. So, okay, fine. Today, these NSIDs are new challenges. And these NSDs, are new challenges. We will take care of them. It will take some time.
Yeah.
We'll take care of them. The moment somebody comes up with certain radical concepts about cancer drugs and how to prevent cancer, suddenly the whole thing will collapse. There is going to be some genetic manipulation where we will know how not to allow the blocks to happen in the arteries, and everything will change, collapse. So that we are not too far. And what is going to leapfrog the humanity? The artificial intelligence. Everybody seems to be demonizing artificial intelligence. Adu correct illa. That our path of a sudden dramatic rise in our going higher up in our pursuits is going to happen now through artificial intelligence. It's a self-learning tool, and unthinkable things will happen in the next 25 years.
ಸರ್, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಡೂಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೋನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಗುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ರೈಟ್ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಮಲ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, 8 hours ಆಫ್ ಗುಡ್ ಸ್ಲೀಪ್ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಕಿರಣಗಳನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಹೆಲ್ದಿಯಾಗಿ ತಿನ್ನೋದು, ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಈಟಿಂಗ್ ಹೆಲ್ದಿ. ಆದರೆ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕಲಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್
ಏನೇನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದಿರಲ್ಲ, those are the things and everybody knows that.
Yes.
Media has done such a good job over so many years.
Correct.
that ಇದು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಗುರುತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಸೋಂಬೇರಿತನ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ನೋಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. We know that heart disease is on the rise because of changing lifestyles, pollutions, and also there is one monster which people are not which people are not raising is inflammation. Now, when we do this highly sensitive CRP test and we find that in young people it is high, there are no other infections, we wake up. Heart disease alli most important is knowing whether somebody is at a risk or not. So genes, ನಾವು ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಣೆ ಬಾರ ಅಂತೀವಲ್ಲ, genes are nothing but ಹಣೆ ಬಾರ. So whether my genes are right or wrong, whether my family has a bad history of heart disease, you are at risk. Whether I have diabetes, I must know early, so I must be checking every year. Whether I have blood pressure, I must be checking every year. Whether I'm obese, I'm fat. Am I smoking too much? Am I drinking too much? Am I on drugs? Am I on anything like that? All these are risk factors. When there are fantastic tests, you do your lipid profile. If my bad cholesterol is high, if I have a lipoprotein A, lipoprotein B high, then I know. Then they do a Doppler of the carotid artery. If the carotid artery is thick, they have got plaque, I know that I may have plaques here, 33% chance. But now there is a test called CT coronary calcium scoring. It's just a few seconds, no radiation, and it's not so costly. It can give you a very clear idea whether there is something cooking inside. If the score is 0, no, you have nothing. If it is 10 to 400, there are plaques, there are mild plaques. If they grow or they rupture, you will have a heart attack. So you may need to start on medicines. These medicines are lifelong. So whether somebody has a heart problem and need to go on lifelong medicine, such a simple screening. If that calcium score is more than 400, then there are some significant plaques. Just that medicine and discipline may not work. We have to know the correct nitty-gritties and details. So angiogram. If the angiogram shows that there are blocks and tight blocks, then some procedure may have to be done to keep that person safe and living long. So if the block is single tight, we can do a simple stenting and it will last maybe all life. If the blocks are tight and too many and complicated, then bypass surgery. Done well, patient continues to be very disciplined. They may go on and on and on. I have patients whose bypass surgery I have done 35, 38 years ago. No new procedures after that. They are doing well. So first is no risk factors, correct diagnosis, correct treatment, and if they can manage themselves well, then there is no problem. So one doesn't have to get scared or worried that what happened to me, why God gave me this. God could give you something for which there is no cure or no treatment at all. So heart problem alli ashtu worry ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಏನು ಉಳಿದಿಲ್ಲ. Only thing is early diagnosis, early treatment. We should not procrastinate. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಬಾರ್ದು. And follow doctor's advice.
ಅಂಡ್ ಈ ಎಪೋಬಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಲೈಕ್
ಅದೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ದಲ್ಲ, ಅಪೋಲೈಪೋಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಎ, ಅಪೋಲೈಪೋಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಬಿ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಅರ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ಕರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಾರ್ನ್ ಯು. ಬಟ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಇನ್ ಎ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ವೇರ್ up to taluka level, government has created so many facilities. Ella testಗಳು ಇದಾವೆ. Then there is something wrong with that family, because we should be able to know early. We should do annual health check. Heart attack, even heart attack ಬಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ there are treatment, we can manage everybody. But heart attack ಬರೋದು ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿಮ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಸರ್, ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ಲಿ ಸೆಡ್, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಟೆಡ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಮೈಲ್ಡ್ ಸಿಮ್ಟಮಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಸಿಮ್ಟಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ದೇ ನೋ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್. ಬಟ್ ದೆನ್ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ಪಟ್ಟೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ಅ ನಾನ್ ಡಿಪ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಬಿ ಪಿ ಅಟ್ ನೈಟ್. ಅಂದರೆ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಹೊತ್ತು ಬಿ ಪಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಪ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಬಟ್ ಕೆಲವರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಡಿಪ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮಧ್ಯರಾತ್ರಿ ಅದು ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಶೂಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಳಗಿನ ಸಮಯದ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸಲ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ರಾತ್ರಿ ಮಲಗಿದ್ರು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಈ ಥರ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಿಂಪ್ಟಮ್ಸ್?
No, that is all Western description, because there is such a cold weather that and also in cold weather only arteries getting into constriction, early morning heart attack. Those are all standard typical description. All that is gone. Especially females. Female heart attacks are increasing now. But the lakshanಗಳು other complaints, the pain is never typical. Nothing about women is typical. But the same way, if you see the way they get heart attack, pain will be somewhere vague, arms, neck, or it may be toothache, or they may just have abdominal loose motion or a nausea. So one has to have a very high index of suspicion. And so things are different. We just have to have proper smart suspicion index. And still, it doesn't mean that heart attacks are not diagnosed. Oh, heart attacks are diagnosed much more smartly today than yesterday.
ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇವಾಗ ಏನಂದರೆ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎದೆ ನೋವಾದಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ಥರದ ಟಿಪಿಕಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸಿಮ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಕಂಡು ಬಂದಾಗ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಹತ್ತಿರದ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅವರೇ ECG ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಲ ECG ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ, ದೇ ಗೋ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಹೋಮ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟೆಷ್ಟೋ ಸಲ ಸರ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಿ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ರಾಂಗ್, ECG ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ದಿರ ಸಹ ದೇ ಮೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ, ರೈಟ್?
Where heart is concerned, we have now enough trained manpower in medicine. ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಕಾಲಲ್ಲಿ when I came and I started doing operations in Bangalore, only Bangalore. ಈವನ್ ಮೈಸೂರು ಹೋದರೂ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸೌಲಭ್ಯ ಇದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗ ನನ್ನ ನೇಟಿವ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್, ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟೇ ಬಿಡಿ. ಈಗ ಯು ಗೋ ಟು ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗ, there are almost 24 DM cardiologists. There is cardiac surgery going on there. 4-5 cath labs are there. And there is, everything is available there. This is the story of most of the districts of Karnataka. Many rich talukas, this is the story, that there are DM cardiologists who have gone there. So we are a smart state. We have already gone to a different level. Today's medical availability of medical saulabhya ಭಾಳ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಟುಡೇ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅ ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯೋಥೊರಾಸಿಕ್ ಸರ್ಜನ್, ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಗುವಿನ ಮೇಲೂ ಆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ವಯೋವೃದ್ಧರ ಮೇಲೂ ಆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್? ಅಂದರೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಹೃದಯದ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಷ್ಟನಾ, ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮಗಿವಾಗ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್?
ಒಂದು ಕಾಲ ಇತ್ತು ನಂದು, ವಿ ವರ್ ಜನರಲಿಸ್ಟ್. I was doing everything. I was doing a baby, I was doing coronary, I was doing valve repair, aorta, aneurysm, TB, lung surgery, and pacemakers, everything I was doing. Slowly specialization has become sharp. Today, pediatric cardiac surgeons have become very sharp. They are very dedicated. They're complete different vertical. In my team, I have a different vertical of pediatric cardiac surgery, different vertical of robotic and minimally invasive surgery. Today, it's all very sharp. And so, that difficulty once upon a time, that pediatric was difficult. Why it was difficult? The surgery is not so difficult. It's actually easier. Parantu, to take care of that baby post-operatively, during operation, the heart-lung machine, all those errors could be very costly for the baby's life. All that has gone now, because now we have every sword, because of specialization, is very sharp. So today, our pediatric cardiac surgical results, outcomes are so different. Every specialty of surgery, results are very superior and different. Heart transplant. Lot of people in India, in the government, do not know that we might be doing highest number of heart transplants in the world. Our heart transplant results are now so superior. Lung transplant was a problem. We were not doing it well. During COVID, this country was pushed in doing difficult COVID lungs transplant. And those transplants suddenly opened a door. Today, lung transplant is done so well in this country. Heart and lung transplant. So specialists have come, everything is specialized, and the outcomes much superior ಆಗಿದಾವೆ ಈಗ.
ಬಹುಶಃ ಇದು ಇನ್ನೂ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತಾ ಇಫ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ 1943. IMS ಇತ್ತು and with Bore Commission
You
whatever
are talking
happened.
about IMS.
Yes.
Okay, let us discuss ಮಾಡೋಣ. See, today we have our own problems about healthcare governance. We are government healthcare management ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಇರುವಾಗ they had a different vertical of administration. It was called IMS, Indian Medical Service. We had ICS, the Indian Civil Service, which is now IAS. We have IPS, IRS, ಅದೇ ಥರ IMS. IMS was born much long ago. Shahjahan Darbar ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ British first got the license to trade. That time, to carry goods from point A to point B, too many dacoits and looters. So they needed force. And slowly that business grew, good transport grew, and there was a great expansion of forces. And these forces required doctors, medical support. So there was a medical corps along with their private army. 1857 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ mutiny. They call it mutiny, but that was the first ಬಂಡಾಳ. ಅದು fail ಆಯಿತು because of treachery, and we lost. At that time, there was a lot of killing of the white people, and the Queen put her foot down, and the government took over this whole business, and it became the British East India Company under the Queen of Great Britain. And after that, they formalized the army as the British Army, and they formalized everything. And in that, this medical corps became the Indian Medical Service. And it was as sharp as the ICS. And they were very autonomous. At that time, the First World War happened, Second World War happened. So much of original work was done from India in these wars. And the half of this was white and half of this was brown. And once the war settled, peacetime came, there were winds that there would be freedom. I don't think freedom would have come. The role played by INA, Subhash Chandra Bose, it's a different story. But in 1942, they were reorganizing the medical infrastructure of India. The independence to India was not on the card. It was only the spoken words to pacify a group. So they were serious about governance. And so there was a commission called Bore Commission. And it gave a report to the Viceroy of how the infrastructural changes should be at the capital of the province, at the district headquarters, taluka headquarters, villages. And that report is so fantastic. It is there in public domain. And that time, India's population was 5 times less than today's. If you have to table something like that to today's parliament, I would just take that report, multiply all numbers by 5, and put some modern things which were not there. And in the light of the modern technologies, I would change those things in the report. And I think in a week's time, I will have a report to be tabled to Parliament. They were so good. Imagine, I don't know why the IMS was scrapped and those powers were given to the IAS during Panditji's time. Nobody knows all the drama that happened around the 1947. But today we have no IMS. Imagine if we had the IMS. That IMS which was so sharp, where would have reached today? Right. I think today for this country, this medical education is so much confused. The healthcare management, vaccinations, that everything we talk, there is so much of criticism possible. The laws, running of private nursing homes, private hospitals, colleges. Imagine the IMS was not scrapped. It would have been such a razor-sharp organization today that we would have been shining so bright on the global map. Look at the healthcare in UK. The NHS is privatized. Such a mess. Look at United States of America. Such a mighty, intelligent country. The healthcare is such a mess. I think we would have been a different example if IMS was not scrapped. So that has been one of the tragedies. And also in the same breath, ಇವತ್ತು ಇದು ಒಂಥರ emergency. I think Modi ji should really look at it seriously, constitute a team of experts, and we may have to look at the past properly, understand the model, what all tinkering has to be done, and quickly administrative trainings, etc. is required. And for MBBS doctors, this could be a great new career after going through a course of public health. But this is a grave urgency for the country to revive the lost IMS.
ಸರ್, ಇವಾಗ 2 ಥರದ ಸಿನಾರಿಯೋಸ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ದಟ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಡೌಟ್ ಅ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿನಿಮಲಿ ಇನ್ವೇಸಿವ್ ಸರ್ಜರೀಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ವಿಷಯಗಳಿಗೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅನ್ಬಹುದು. ಅಂದರೆ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಜರೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್. 2 ಥರದ ಸಿನಾರಿಯೋ. ಒಂದೇನಂದರೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಕೇರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ದೇಶ ವಿದೇಶಗಳಿಂದ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ತೊಗೊಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿನಾರಿಯೋ ನಂಬರ್ 2, ಇಲ್ಲಿನ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ನೋನ್ ಪರ್ಸನಾಲಿಟಿ ಸೆಲೆಬ್ರಿಟೀಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾರು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ತೊಗೊಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ವೇರ್ ಡಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇವತ್ತು, ಅಥವಾ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇವತ್ತು? ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದು ಟಾಪ್ 3 ನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಕೇರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದಿದ್ರೆ ವಿಚಾರ.
ಈಗ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಡ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ the medicine has really evolved into a superb system. So we can't say that we are so great anta. Lot of patients come to India. Yaak illi bartave? We have now a exponential growth of quality infrastructure. There has been an exodus of well-trained doctors coming back to India. Lot of we are creating high number of specialists. All these people are going abroad and staying there for some time, getting polished, coming back. So we have a huge number of good doctors, huge advanced medical infrastructure. Everything can be done here. We speak English. We are culturally very warm people. We feel very responsible for the patients who are coming. Our medical treatment is much, much cheaper than rest of the world.
Correct.
Suppose ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಕಾರೋನರಿ ಬೈಪಾಸ್ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. It might be done in 5 lakh rupees. If he wants to take a very high suite, deluxe private room, it may go up to maybe 8 lakh rupees. But if this complicated bypass surgery goes to Cleveland Clinic or Mayo Clinic, and in a private capacity, we may end up paying $300,000, $3 lakh. Multiply that by 95. So our treatment is pretty cheap. If they don't come to us, their other choices are go to Singapore, go to Germany, go to Thailand. Thailand also is very good. But they are much expensive than us. So cheaper, English, warm country. And we have also created a great infrastructure around this whole thing. Most of these hospitals, like say Fortis, we are all JCI accredited and the highest accreditation globally. So the people who are acting as companies bringing the patients, they have no problem, because it's all recognized. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ತುಂಬ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ತುಂಬ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟ್ರನೇಜ್, ಈಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ವೀಸಾ ವಿಚ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್ ಇನ್ 1 day, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ದ IT ಅರ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಒಂದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೈದ್ರಾಬಾದ್, ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ, ಬಾಂಬೆ, ಚೆನ್ನೈ, ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ is so competent. And all the state governments have become smart. Central government has to, do this double engine along with all the state governments. And there is a lot of unexploited opportunity for the country. Will that interfere with the treatment given to the locals? No. What happens is more money is earned from this by a hospital. Then they will be able to strongly subsidize the poor patients. It's not a bad thing.
ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಟ್ಟೋರ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್, ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಸೋರ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಡಿಜಿಟ್, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಲೋ. ಸೊ
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಜನ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ನೀವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಅ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಿವ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ನೌ ಡೇಸ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್. ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಈಸ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್. ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ರಾಜಾಂತರ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ರಾಜಾಂತರ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಈವನ್ ರಿಚ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, they will have so much of worry, so much of problem. They will not come comfortably like these people who are. Health insurance now every day the number of people doing health insurance is increasing.
ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ
ಈಗ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 50-60% ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ನಾವೇನು ಆಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಶೂರ್ಡ್.
ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್. ಎಸ್.
ಸೊ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಈಗ.
ಯಾ.
ದಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ಲೆಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ our national failure. And it is because of our political appeasement systems. It's a different story.
ಸೊ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಕೇರ್ ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಸೋರು ಅವರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿನ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಡೋವಂಥ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸರ್, ಇವಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಧನೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದ ಅನುಭವ, ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಯೋರ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್, ವೆನ್ ಯು ಲುಕ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್, ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ರಿಗ್ರೆಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ವೈಫ್ಗೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ರಿಗ್ರೆಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಓಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಾ? ಆಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ you've done a lot when it comes to your profession, ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆನೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಾ?
When you are young, you don't have the overall view. As you grow older, you come to know. Here, the advisors, mentors, their role is very big. So I take care of explaining my see in my team, all my senior surgeons with me. Nobody is a foreign body who has been brought and put. All of them have learned the art and science in the ranks and have become big. So by looking at past mistakes, others will imbibe. Now, in my team, I don't think anybody has neglected their families. We were at a different level. We were institution creators. We had no time. It's okay, but no regrets. And the new generation has corrected that. Everybody understands the importance of their quality time, their life-work balance. People have learned the ropes.
ಸರ್, ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಸಚ್ ಅ ಪ್ಲೆಜರ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯು. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಅ ಗುಡ್ ಟೈಮ್.
I
ಯಾಕಂದರೆ
enjoyed it.
ದೇಶ ಸುತ್ತಿ ನೋಡು, ಕೋಶ ಓದಿ ನೋಡು ಅಂತಾರೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ. ಬಟ್ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಅ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದೇನೆಂದರೆ, ಅನುಭವ ಇರೋರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ನೋಡು ಅಂತ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅನುಭವವನ್ನು ಸಮರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯೋರ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅ ಟೋಕನ್ ಆಫ್ ಲವ್ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದಾಗ, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಯು, ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಗುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹಾರ್ಟೇ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ವುಡ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್ ಆಯಿಲ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸಪ್ತಮ್ ತೈಲ.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Saptam,
Thank you so
thank
much
you.
for being a part of Voice of Bengaluru.
I'll show it to your audience. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Namaste.